All right, here we go. Here we go. Back in the place to be. You already know what it is. We back in this thing. Another pod, episode 23. Episode 23. Let's get it started. Let's go ahead
Are
and
we
get this
running
thing
it?
started. You already know who I
We
am.
running it?
You already know who
Okay.
your boy is. CSP show, all sports.
Hey, life is like a
Season just started.
sunset.
Let's go ahead and get that cut off. Season just started, man. Jaguars are jagging up. Jaguars just fucking up. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Jaguars fucking up. But before I talk about these Jags, man, let me go ahead and say this is episode 23 of the CSP show. You already know who I am. I am your boy YM. I just want to say you can find this episode and all other episodes on YouTube, all streaming platforms. So go ahead, stream that episode 23, and I'm gonna talk about my Jags, man. Started off pretty good. Well, I don't want to say we started off pretty good, but we started off a little slow, and then we started off looking crazy. Like I'm gonna look at this little clip, and this little clip, this clip is crazy. Like look at this clip. This clip is crazy. Like what a fullback ran back for a touchdown. A fullback. Now, if you know anything about football or the science of fucking football, putting a fullback on a punt return, kickoff return, they're not expecting a big play. They're just expecting you to go down there, catch the ball, and see what you can do. They're not expecting anything of a fullback. Like that's embarrassing. Um, to the Jags, man, and I just can't believe that happened. Like I was shocked. Like even the announcers, you heard them, they sounded like whoa, was shocked, man. So let's just talk about Jags in the Houston game, man. And I know it's early. I know it's early. Yeah, I know it's only the third game of the season, but like I said, some of these games from the expectations last year, we are expecting you to win some of these games. Like the expectations are so high. Like Houston was a game that you were supposed to win. You feel me? And coming in from the expectations from last year, the aspirations, the high hopes that the Jags had put up last year, we expected you to come in and ball out. You know what I'm saying? We didn't expect for you to come in and get ran a TD back by a fullback. That's crazy. You feel me? Um, you have to prove to people, the naysayers, to say that last year wasn't a fluke. Last year wasn't a fluke because a lot of people are saying that last year might have been a fluke. Some of them games, I'll admit, some of them games last year we kind of did skate by, like the Dallas game. The Dallas game, we kind of skated by on the Dallas game. I'll admit that. It was a good win, but that interception being ran back for a touchdown, you know, um, that sealed the deal for us. But we skated by with that one. And then the Chargers game, we was down at halftime, and Trevor Lawrence was throwing all those picks before the half. So you got to prove that this season wasn't a fluke on how far we got last season. And now you just kind of proving that, hey, last season y'all probably did skate, you know what I'm saying? And you just skated last season. You feel me? Um, we had some really close games last season, and it's time to prove that this season wasn't a fluke. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Houston game, ETN, the boy only had 88 yards. Ingram only had 67 yards, and Calvin really one of the biggest hopes of this season. Calvin really only had 40 yards, and the defense was in and out, man. The defense showed up on some plays and they didn't. Walker was just, I don't know, man. Walker was just in and out. You had some good plays, but you just haven't been consistent to be a first rounder. Like some games you play good, and then some games you don't. So it's just time to really prove that last season wasn't a fluke, and we're gonna be consistent across the board. Like I'll expect us to lose to Kansas. I want to say I expect us to lose to Kansas City, but I'll take that L. But seeing the way Kansas City played, they didn't play all that great either. You know what I'm saying? For us to take a L, they really didn't show up and play like a Kansas City Super Bowl team for a home game for a away game against us. You know what I'm saying? That was a statement game that I feel like we should have won. Um, but it was cool that we lost that game, but I really felt like that we should have won that game the way Kansas City played. But it was cool. But to lose against Houston, I think the Houston was 0-2, and we always give them their first win of the season. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy, man. So I know it's still early in the season. I don't want to talk about QB talk right now. Somebody asked me, was it time to talk about Trevor Lawrence? Is Trevor Lawrence overrated? Is the whole Jag team overrated? It's still early. I think we're going into week 4. We got the Falcons coming up. Falcons. Then we got the Bills. Both of those games have played into London. I won't have a trajectory on how this team is until maybe 6, 7, maybe 8, week 8, on how I feel about this team. But like I said, it's still early. Get the miscues out. Look at film, because y'all boys is tripping right now. When I seen that fullback tote that thing down the field and he scored, I was like, no, and it ain't supposed to happen. That wasn't supposed to happen. But like I said, it's still early. It's still too early to tell for me. I'm always give my team the benefit of the doubt. You feel me? But it's still early, man. Big news just hit the NBA. Big news. Damian Lillard, man, that boy just joined the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's a big help to number 34, big boy, big dog. I can't even pronounce his name, but number 34. So I want to talk about Colorado. You know, Colorado is still a big talk of college football. Deion Sanders, prime time, how they fell to Oregon. Big loss. You know what I'm saying? No cap. Big loss to Oregon. You feel me? I don't want to say that's a humbling loss. I mean, it is humbling, to lose that on that scale. Yeah, it's humbling, but I don't think that really changes where they're going. I think Deion got a good program. Um, College football is all about upsets. It's all about upsets. I mean, some teams just gonna get ups. You gonna face some upsets here and there. You feel me? That's just gonna happen. And it just so happened that you just got your Colorado just got their first upset. You know what I'm saying? So just get your upset out the way early. You feel me? I don't think it tarnishes like their confidence the way that they play. Um, the quarterback, I can think of his son. I don't think it should tarnish the way that you play. I think you should keep that same confidence. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it, you know, drag you down or change the way that you play. But college football is all about upsets. Is you gonna get your upset. Everybody like Deion says, y'all took a big whooping that day. So you take your upset, you learn from it, and you go on the game too. You feel me? But then now you got another big game to play. Now you got to go see. I think USC is going into Colorado, so that's gonna be a crazy game. In the Pac-12, 'cause I think USC is undefeated and they number one. So that's gonna be crazy, super crazy to see. But you gotta prepare for these games just like any other game. After you get an upset win, you gotta prepare for these games just like any other game, man. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta prepare for it. I know everybody want to see Dion be undefeated. Everybody want to see Dion have an undefeated season and win a championship. But I just think that's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's just gonna happen. I expect Deion to lose a few games. That's just being realistic in college football. You gonna have some upsets in college football to be to keep the fantasy. You're not gonna have no upsets, and you just gonna go all the way through. That's just not gonna happen. From Deion to go from JSU and turn this college football team around the way he already changed this college football. You already made a statement, and I think you already kind of already on the way to paying your dues already at the Buffalo program. You know what I'm saying? So losing here and there, that's cool. It's cool. I mean, even if you lose to USC, I still feel like it wouldn't tarnish your confidence or the way you came in and did anything, because like I said, that's sports, that's college football, and being upset, that's what teams look for. They look to take down the big dog, and your job is to build a team to defend that as you play week to week. Your job is to say, hey, look, we the top dogs, and we have to defend that top dog status. You know what I'm saying? That's just sports in general, man. That's just football. So I don't think it tarnishes losing to Oregon. I don't think it tarnishes Deion Sanders' confidence. I mean, keep talking that ish. You know what I'm saying? Schroeder, can keep flicking the wrist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the same time, mix in being humble, of course, but you know what I'm saying? That's just sports in general, man. You keep going through the season. It's still early, still an early season for the Buffaloes. Like I said, it's still early for my Jags. My Jags need to step it up. FSU is looking good. You know what I'm saying? It's still early to see how FSU is going to play out into the season, but like it's still early in these college season for me to speak on how these teams are going to play out in the season. But that's all I got, man. Jags, man, come on, man. Y'all definitely got to get it together. This has been crazy so far. Crazy start of the week. Definitely a crazy start of the week. This is the CSP show where we just talking sports. We only talking sports. So if you got any sports question, anything about sports, definitely reach out to the team, man. We definitely gonna reach back out to you about sports. This is the college football season. I want to shout out to my hometown, the high school. I forgot what high school it was, but they were just featured on You Got Moss. I think it was Stanton and the Paxton game. So a big shout out to Stanton and Paxton being featured on Stanton and Paxton for being featured on You Got Moss. But man, that's all I got. I had to rave a little bit for my Jags, man, because they got me over the edge right now. They almost got me here. So we got Atlanta coming up. We got Buffalo Bills coming up. And so we definitely got to win these games, man. Definitely stay tuned in to these college games and reach back out to me. But this is the CSP show where we just talking sports. I'm going to come back in and give you my thoughts on the USC game and Buffalo. Of course, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Jazz game. But that's all I got. This is episode 23. Y'all continue to stay blessed. I'm out. Yo.
Are we running it?